Hey everybody, Bob Babbitt here. We're in beautiful Nice, France. It's day 3 of Breakfast with Bob. We are brought to you by Velofix, by Polar, by UCAN, by Active, by Premium Plus Sports Travel, and we're at the beautiful Hotel West End. Our next guest has an amazing story. He is racing with a brand new heart, Mr. Elmar Sprink. How are you doing, Elmar?
Oh, I'm fine, thanks. Thanks for having me here. So I always wanted to be in the show.
So you've been watching the show?
Yeah. I'm always watching the show. Even before I started with triathlon, we were watching the live stream of Hawaii, and I always was following your chats with the pros. And
oh, thank you.
now I'm sitting here because not I'm fast, but I have a special story.
You have a very special story. So, growing up, were you an athlete? Were you always an athlete?
Yeah, I played soccer as everyone in Germany.
Yes.
And then in the end of 20, I got back problems. So my doctor said, "Yeah, you should go for a swim or something."
Yes.
And then I moved to Cologne and I went to a triathlon club, and then I started my first sprint distance, and I was the second last in the pool, and the guy which was in the pool was wearing normal glasses.
Yes.
So, so I did that, and then the next year actually I did Ironman Frankfurt. That was my third triathlon then.
And so 2004 is when you got into triathlon.
Yeah, triathlon.
Right.
Yeah, 2005 I started with Ironman racing.
And then 2010 you have a cardiac arrest at home.
At home, yeah. I did.
Any history of heart issues, anything like that?
No one in the family, nothing. I felt not very good at the year, and they thought, I went to the doctor, they did the ECG echo, the cardiologist, and then they said I have like a sport asthma. I got the spray, and I raced Austria, but I didn't finish the race. At the half marathon, I said I'm not feeling good. Then I drove home, and then 1 week later I was on my sofa watching the Tour de France stage, and my wife came back earlier from an appointment, and she found me completely blue, and my neighbor was there at a knee injury. It was really
you're lucky they were there.
Yeah, I was really lucky.
So and then they put in a defibrillator.
Yeah,
to start out.
Yeah,
and so you're back to work in 2010.
Yeah,
but January 2011, everything started again.
Yeah, I woke up during the night, and then I went to my sofa, and if you had a cardiac arrest, then it's normal, like blood pressure measuring and all that stuff. It belongs to you. So I measured. I had like a heart rate around 24, and that's way too low. So I said to my wife, "You have to go to Michi again. Ring the bell. Something wrong." He came over. He's not a cardiologist. So again, the doctors came, and they brought me to emergency stuff. I had the AV block. That's too special now. It's not really on the sinus node, and everything was something wrong. And then, they tried to fix that. But from this moment, you can watch that it's going down and down. Yeah, my pump function normal is like 65, around that. And then it was, after the cardiac arrest, was 51. And then it went 40, and then it went 30. And then in the end of the year, they had to remove my gallbladder because the organ started. I was not able, for all the guys which are watching, a lot of triathletes, my anaerobic threshold in the end of 2011 was 40 watt.
Was what?
40.
40.
40.
And what should it be?
Yeah. I don't know, man. If you're okay, you have 240, or for this event, I don't know, but 40 is just if your weight is 75 kilo, you need that just to move forward.
And VO2 max?
My VO2 max before I was diagnosed that I have to stay in bed for the long time was 9.
9?
9.
Yeah. That is ridiculous.
That's not much now.
So 7 months in bed, and then they're basically telling you, February 2012, you had 1 day to live without using machines to keep you alive, and you needed a new heart.
I needed it definitely. From the moment I went to the hospital, it was sure I needed a new heart. And then I got another cardiac arrest, luckily.
In the hospital?
Yeah, I always say if you get a cardiac arrest, it's in a soccer stadium because there are a lot of doctors. Or in the hospital.
Or in the hospital.
So I got it in the hospital, and then they said my father just 12 days. So they opened me up and they saw the left ventricle. They installed like a ceramic pump. It's like the size of the mobile phone or whatever. And then the right ventricle was completely damaged as well. So they put in 2 tubes. Tubes like used in the garden for showering the garden. One was here in the leg and one was in the breast. And then normally they try to remove the machine. It's called ECMO. It's a heart lung machine. They try to remove it in like 4 weeks, but I have to wait until I got the new heart on the machine.
And then June 9th, 2012, You get the heart.
Yeah,
and
big day.
And did you call? They come to you the night before and said, "We found a heart."
Yeah, it's like they measure the blood every 4 hours. So someone was
Somebody
getting
died.
in. So there are always people coming in and doing something. Yeah, I was at the intensive care. My wife was there. We were watching the European Championship in soccer. So it was actually good because I was lying there. I had like a alcohol-free beer and a pizza. And then Andre, it was the guy who was responsible during the night. He came in and he closed the door. It was kind of different. And he said, "Oh no, we have a heart, and on 3 o'clock will be." Then they shave you like the legs and stuff. I did that before because I was doing triathlon.
So it was no big deal.
No, it was
you shave your legs.
No,
before.
it was no big deal. So and then it started. And then I woke up 2 days later. And actually, it was funny because the first thing I asked for my mobile phone.
Yes.
And the second thing I asked was how Germany played. It was Gomez. Yeah, we got 1-0. We won. So it was what the first two things I asked for.
And how much weight had you lost while you were in
I
bed
don't know,
for 7 months?
because I was completely in bed for everything.
Yes.
I'm not going to the toilet or something.
No.
I couldn't move myself in the bed. I couldn't do nothing. Just with the arms, I could eat myself most of the times. My weight, I don't know. The last time I had like 66 kilo.
Yes.
It's maybe good for driving the Tour de France or something. Or for this hilly course, 66 would be cool. But yeah, 66, and then I was in bed there, not lifting up the bed or something.
Right.
So maybe by the time I have pictures, I have no muscles.
None at all.
No.
And you basically had to learn to sit, to stand, to walk, because you'd been immobile for 7 months, and you've got a brand new heart.
That's a funny story because my father was there, and I was the first time all the tubes came out, and the first time in the basement of the hospital. This is it's like 400 meter.
Yeah.
And my father stopped that, and it was 31 minutes for the 400 meter first.
31 minutes for walking.
Walking. And then everything was. I mean, I did Ironman racing before, and it was like people asked me, and I said it's 50 times the pain.
Yes.
In the hips, in the knees, because I was not moving for 7 months.
You hadn't been weight bearing for 7 months.
Yeah, it was crazy pain, and I asked for painkillers.
Yes.
But a good friend, I always trained with him, and he always said because I always said, I have calf problems after we run on the track, and he said, if you don't feel anything, you are dead. And yeah, it's a good sentence.
It's a good sentence. Yeah. Absolutely. So you started jogging 700 meters in January of 2013.
Yeah.
And one of the issues that you talk about is organ donation in Germany, because people don't, right?
Not
it's a very
really
small
much.
group.
No, it's like they are like 94% would like to have an organ, 73% say organ donation is good, but 23% just donate the organs. So that's not really. That's something.
No.
Yeah.
You say it, but they're not living it. How does that compare with other countries?
Spain is the best country, I think, at least in Europe. Yep. I can't speak for the US.
Right.
They have like 40 donations per 1 million, and in Germany it's around 8 to 10.
Wow. So you were very lucky to get a heart.
I was really lucky because in that days there was like around 300 hearts. Now it's like 270, and people like 1,000 people need a heart. For kidney, you wait like on dialysis.
Yes.
It's like 7 years.
How long could you have continued to live without the heart?
Not really. In the end, if the ECMOs that would be not possible to be on the ECMO that long, they can remove your old heart completely.
Yes.
And then you just have a pump with a backpack. It's very loud, and then it's just on 110.
So you were almost to that point.
Almost on that point, but on that one, you can't live either for 2 years because of the of the cables and stuff.
Right.
So you can live with the pump. It's like 2 years with the pump, and then you're done.
When did you start feeling that you could actually do triathlon again?
I started running, and then I did my first 10K run.
Yep.
And on the 9th of June, it was funny. It was on my first birthday.
Yeah, first anniversary of the heart.
I did the first triathlon I did in 2004.
You did the same triathlon?
It was in Gütersloh. That's close where my parents live. It was exactly the same distance. I did that with 3 good friends.
Yes.
We had a lane on the swimming pool, the 50-meter pool. I did that. And then, I was a triathlete again.
That made a difference.
And and then I started I ran a half marathon. And at that moment, I thought maybe I can do the next year an Ironman again. So I asked the guys from Frankfurt because it was already sold out. So they gave me a place, and then I did 70.3 Mallorca, and then I did Ironman Frankfurt, and then I was invited to Kona.
And you were the first heart transplant person to do Kona.
Yeah, and the Kona was really cool because I took it really easy. My heart rate was 127. I cycled 30k an hour, so 6 hours. I swam I did it really easy. And then on the run at, I don't know, mile 12, I met a lady. She was age group 55, and we did finish together.
You came in together.
Yes, we told all our stories, and she couldn't believe that I'm a heart transplant. And in the meantime, we were like 6 people, not like Forrest Gump. 150 people, but it was cool. It was very cool. I really enjoyed. The next day I was running on Ali Drive again, so I was 12 or 30. I was really good.
How important was triathlon in just getting you back to where you are now?
I mean, setting these small goals,
yeah,
and again, that helped me really. I looked in the mirror. I was not looking like before. I said, at least I would like to look like before, even I'm not getting fit like before. And then I started training. So and then the doctors said, maybe, I don't know, it's not good doing
because the doctors really don't know either. They're
no.
sort of learning as you're learning.
If I live, at least the oldest guy, I think is 34 years. If I live 36 years, then they say Ironman racing is very
good for you.
If I die in 7-8 years, so after 15 years, they say it's average.
And, I mean, yeah, but you love what you're doing.
I love what I'm doing. I'm actually getting fitter a bit.
Yeah.
So I drove in 2017. I drove the Cape Epic.
Yes.
And after that, my threshold came up. So I'm doing the Cape Epic next year. So maybe it's getting up again. So next year I'm doing a Penticton. It's back to Penticton. It's the nicest. I think it's
it's beautiful.
It's nice.
Ironman Canada. You did it before.
Yeah, it's crazy. I do now in November. I do Florida.
Yes.
And I raced Frankfurt twice with my old heart, twice with my new heart. So I did Austria.
Yes.
I finished that last year. They invited me, and I finished that because I started with my old heart, and I couldn't finish it. And now I do Florida, and actually I did Nice a full distance in 2:06, and I have to be honest. I said I'm not coming back.
It's so hard.
It's not my bike course, and it's really hot.
Yes, it's hot out there. It's been tough. What was your PR for Ironman before with your old heart and since?
It was 10:14 was my personal best in Arizona.
Yes,
and in the road I had 10:42 this year, but I had a flat tire. I had to fix that, so it would have been like a 10:29.
Yes,
and in 70.3 I have a 4:44, 43. And that's even faster than with my old tire. It was in Dubai, but it's a fast course.
Wait, because you buy a fast bike. That's good.
Yeah.
And you got a new heart. Do you get a lot of people reaching out to you online who are dealing with heart issues? Because the doctors really don't understand a lot of this, right? You're doing Ironman, but it wasn't like the doctor said you should go do triathlon. You're sort of doing this on your own. Are people reaching out to you for help?
The people of the transplant center.
Yes.
I've transplanted in Bad Oeynhausen. That's the small town, but it's a big center. And the nurses, they always tell the story because it's good for the people.
Absolutely.
You know, this guy is doing Ironman, and maybe some of them, they bought my book.
Yes.
They read the story. But in the end, I tell them, if you just go for a run twice a week, you cannot do an Ironman. You have to swim, you have to cycle, and then you have to run. And we have to take the medication every 12 hours.
So you have to take medication while you're racing?
I do them
before.
Now it's 9 o'clock, so I can take them before. Normally I take them, come out of the water, I have to take my anti-rejection medication. The immune system is shut down.
Oh yeah, your immune system is
completely down. Yeah, that's the reason I got.
So you got to be careful where you swim. In terms of
but this is good.
This is beautiful.
If you swim in like a too warm pool,
not good.
But I do. That's no problem. I had for a long time no cold, and then I got white skin cancer a bit. So they had a treatment, and then a few weeks ago I got a cold, and it was still like I had to cough and was post-transplant cough. So I went to see a cardiologist here.
Yes.
On Tuesday because I was traveling. I was at the World Transplant Game.
Yes.
We have like a World Champ. Yeah, I won a gold medal in triathlon.
Did you?
Yeah, that was cool. I defend my title. So in 2017 I did that. But that's a small group. But there are 2,300 athletes.
Yes.
Different.
How many athletes?
2,300.
Wow. And it's all heart transplant or different transplants?
No, different transplant. And it's not easy with the heart. You are normally reaching like 70% of what you did before. With the kidney, it's no problem. Like if you just For 50-meter swimming, the guy swam 24 seconds.
Oh my God!
So it's not really that they are this, but it's crazy. You race against the lung from US and against the kidney from Poland, and that's always like, it's like
that guy's missing a gallbladder. He's missing a kidney. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, but that's cool. That's cool. And I wanted to have that medal, and I missed it by the other distance. I did the time trial. I missed it by a few seconds. I was fourth in the 5K run. And there's a guy in my age group from UK. He's running 312 per minute kilometer with 48 years of age. So it's
with
not
a heart
really
transplant.
No heart. Behind me hearts, before no heart.
No heart.
No, it's just like most of it's liver or kidney.
Okay.
So there, yeah.
In Germany, because I know in the U.S. when somebody has a transplant, you have the opportunity. The people who donate the heart have an opportunity to reach out to the person who receives the heart.
Yeah.
And not in Germany, though, because you don't know who gave you the heart. No idea.
No.
Would you like to know?
Sometimes it's like if the family would like tick like my family, then it would be cool. Otherwise, it would be uncool. So maybe it's good like it is. We have a law, and some people thought I got a big machine from like a Tour de France driver or something. But no, it's because we did a lot of tests. The heart is completely normal size. It grew a bit because of my training, because my nerves went back. That's really special, that the nerves grow back. Normally you have like heart rate is 120 and that's it. And mine is much higher. So so my heart is normal. It's not from a sports person, I think. But I don't know. In the ideal case, it's 10 years younger than yourself. So maybe the heart is 30.
And you're
37.
40?
Yeah, and I got it with 40. It was maybe 30, but I don't know. I don't anything. But it's working, and that's and then I'm always, if I finish something, I look at the sky and I thank the guy,
whoever
hope
he is
watching. Yeah, and then that's nice. That's they donated the organ for me.
So how many total Ironmans have you done now?
With a new heart.
With new heart.
5 full, and the 70.3 this year is my fourth. I did South Africa. I qualified, and I did Dubai 5 days later. I did Mallorca. And now I'm doing this one, and then I'm doing Florida, hopefully the full. So it's 6 then, and then maybe 14, 70.3. I've done like 110 endurance races, like Transalpine run. I run over the Alps, the double marathon over the highest mountain in Germany. That's what, and Cape Epic, and bike Transalpine.
How has all this changed you in terms of? Are you just more grateful for every day? How do you live your life differently than before this?
Yeah, sure. In the beginning, it's like really. The first thing was, I walked alone to the restroom in the hospital. I sat down, and it was hardly getting up. I wanted to do it by myself, not calling the nurse. And it was like the best moment, being outside the bed, seeing my bed without me inside. So, but then, I love coffee. I'm not really drinking alcohol, and I have to look for the sugar because of my cholesterol. And I love sitting somewhere, having a good coffee, and I'm in nice places like here. And it's different. I'm thankful. But before race, it's the same.
Like as it was before.
I'm not really that nervous anymore.
Right.
Before like Ironman racing, because it's always a long day. I always couldn't sleep very well.
Yeah.
But now it's like because. What could come? I mean.
Yeah. Well, after everything you've been through, so you get a flat tire. Big deal.
Yeah, big deal. Yeah, but you have to. That's what I'd always do if I have time. Then I watch TV, and then I just, even if I have new tires on, I put the tire off and back again.
Yeah.
I saw that I saw an interview with Timo Bracht, and he said he's always doing that. Often people have a flat tire, and then they didn't know how to fix it. You pay like. Whatever, it's $600-700 for an Ironman, and then you can't change the tire. So I really take that serious, like with the nutrition.
Yes.
Nutrition is also a point.
Big time.
In the beginning, I didn't take something from out. Yeah, but now I do that. So, but on the bike, I always use my own stuff. I just drink, and I'm not eating anything.
Right.
And that's cool though.
But that first race, when you had your new heart, what was the feeling like? Just getting in the water, because I'm sure your heart is beating out of your chest at that point, and you're a little worried?
It was the small triathlon, and it was good. It was really, after that they had the cake with the heart, and then there was one candle on it, because it was on my first birthday.
It was the first birthday of your heart.
And the first Ironman was special, but I've done Frankfurt before, And that's a really last maybe nice story. I was on the 4th loop of Frankfurt, and then there was the 8th station. It's close to the Römer, where the finish line is.
Yes.
And I stopped there, and they said, you have like the 3 bends. You have to speed up. It's just I don't know. It's just 1K or something. And I said, do you have a mirror? And the lady said, what? And I said, yeah, I want to see how I look. And she said that she never heard that, so she gave me like on the handbag, she gave me a mirror, I had to look, and I said, I look good for the finished photo. So that was a funny story.
I stopped
like
mirror,
for 5
make sure you
minutes.
look good.
Yeah, I talked with them. We had like a water or Coke, and then I was talking with them about the story, and then I kept on running again.
And you look good.
I hopefully.
Elmar, thank you so much
Yeah,
for taking
nice
time.
to be here.
So nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Congratulations. And
thank you.
Have a great race on Sunday.
Yeah, thanks.
And anything you do is going to be fun.
Yeah, hopefully.
I love it. Elmar Sprink has been our guest, everybody. What a great way to kick off day 3 of Breakfast with Bob. Hold on. We'll be right back.